Welcome back. Another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. We've been wearing Diesel out all night. Boy's been playing with him. He been in here welding on frames with old Hippie. You been welding? Huh?
Yeah.
Quit lying, boy. You ain't been welding. You ain't welding. You been grinding?
Yeah.
Did you wear your glasses when you was grinding?
Yeah.
Don't be flaking. We can spot fakers. All right, everybody. I'm sorry y'all got to hear me hacking stuff up. So, got the bungs in for the tank. So the tank can permanently mount. All right, y'all going outside, Junior. Go on. Shut the door. And I can take the tank on and off permanently. I've got the fender partially mounted. I'm going with a little bit bigger gap in the back wheel than I normally do. If you look how tight I got the gap on that one and on the pan head, what happens is when that tire swells up, when I don't put much more than a ½ inch there, when that tire swells up and you catch a rock in there, it will blister your clear coat and your paint. I'll show you the fender on my pan head. Take the seat off and show you the fender when I get my pan head back, and you'll see how it just destroyed my paint. So I do like a tight hug look, but that's a 4½ inch fender on roughly a 5-inch tire. So I had to have a lot of clearance for the side right here, but I'm going to have to cut these tacks and take about 2 inches out of that and bring this down. I want the end of this seat stopping about right here. It's way too busy right there. That's just way too busy for me. And I am not sold. Like, I love Tombstone taillights. I really do. They're an awesome classic look. They're real hard to put on choppers, man, because I'm just not going to run a fender way down here, where I can mount a taillight like that. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just, so I think it looks better without the Tombstone on it. And the way I spaced the wheel this time, instead of going, I'm sorry about the camera work, instead of going, with rubber hoses right here, because there's such a big conclave in that fender, I had an old motorcycle chain and I cut up a bunch of pieces, and y'all can see how I got them in there. Now, I'm not completely done with this fender. As you can see, everything's just tacked in there. I find me center marks, and because your wheel's gonna live wherever your sprocket, if your transmission and your motor and your primary are lined up, your wheel's gonna live wherever that sprocket lines up straight with the sprocket on the transmission. Everything else is spaced, brake caliper, bracket, spacers, yada, yada, yada. So I try to line the fender up to the frame of the bike. Now, like I said, I've still got some play in it. Because, all right, and I'll show y'all how I mounted it right there. Just simple mount. Got everything tacked, and then I got a mount right there. You can see it. I had to cut it and bend it back where it would follow the contour of the fender. There we go. There's focus. And I got that, and I'll tack that down just to that transmission plate right there. And then I will drill a hole through the fender, run a bolt through it, weld that bolt to the fender. I don't know. I may just drill a hole and run a nut. Yeah, I'll just drill a hole and run a nut and bolt through it, because I may have a hard time getting that in there. And I hope none of this is going to be an issue with the oil tank either, because I still don't have that. And I hope I'm not putting the cart in front of the horse on this one. But I wanted to show y'all that I am continuing work on this, and I may not be filming this particular kind of work because watching me fabricate would be really, really boring, because it's a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Look at this, look at that. Think about this. Is that going to work? Thinking 3 moves ahead of yourself, you know, because you weld a bracket up, put something in there, and then all of a sudden, oh, how am I going to get it out? Or how am I going to get to this? Well, that's not going to go in. You know, it can get to be a headache. But I think it's going to look pretty good. Fender might be tweaked just a hair, but like I said, I still got a lot of play with it right here, especially when I put my 2 mount. And what I'm thinking about there, I've got some of this old round stock, and I really don't know why I hold on to crap like this. I think these were some fender struts off a damned old metric bike or something. I don't know. I'm just playing with ideas, guys. Don't hold me to nothing. But I got to come up with a way to mount that one, because that fender's a lot skinnier than the fenders I normally run. So I'll have to find a different way to do that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to cut some out of the seat. I'm probably going to cut some out of round the seat off right here. I still need to round it a little bit right here. You know, it's just square cut right there, you know, round it a little bit. Get all that done. I can get that seat to my upholster, because it usually takes him, you know, a month to get it back to me. I'm trying to get the fender and the tank done where I can at least get this tank, this fender, and I'm going to get that tank and that fender to my painter. And that'll be a beautiful looking bike, other than, you know, I hadn't powder coated the frame yet, and I hadn't powder coated the sissy bar, but I may sand it down, spray it black till I can get it chromed. But I do got a big surprise for you guys, maybe coming this weekend. And when I say big surprise, it's going to be a big surprise. I didn't get to finish doing my shout outs last night, of course. My brother from another mother, Stickhead Custom Cycles. Oh yeah, long live the South. Country boys got to say that, right? Edzilla, Ironhead Sally, been catching up with her. Shovelhead Fedge, Edzilla, catch up with old X every now and then, and Saddle Tramp. So shout out to all those guys. Of course, the Easy Co. You guys all know the Easy Co. are absolutely watching Hippie's Chopper Corner, right? There's no way that Craig and John ain't checking out Hippie's Chopper Corner. They gotta be. They probably have no idea who I am. But anyway, I'll still shout them nerds out because they build cool ass bikes. Anyway, this will be a video. What's today? Wednesday. I'll probably drop this video on Thursday. Yeah, probably tomorrow sometime. And then the next video y'all see, if everything works out and I can run down to Georgia and back on Saturday, I got a real special treat coming for Hippie's Chopper Corner. A beautiful, beautiful, I ain't gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all gonna have to wait and see, man. Anyway, tune in next time for more of the Hippie's Chopper Corner, home of the sketchy chopper. We keep them sketchy all the time.